this is Christy Falk with Create with Christy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here to share with you my last Halloween project for my 12 weeks of fall and Halloween for 2018. I want to make a little matchbook treat holder. Now this one can be customized to whatever holiday you want to do, but I wanted to do Halloween on Halloween, so happy Halloween by the way. But you just slide the little belly band off, and inside you've got some M&Ms or anything. The packaging is about the same size. Okay, let's get started. First I want to bring my Simply Scored scoring tool in. And I'm going to take a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock. This is 3.5 by 8. And I'm going to put the 8-inch side along the top and bottom. I'm going to score the piece at 1 inch and 4 3/4. That's all the scoring we need to do there. And I'm going to go ahead and burnish these folds. And what you want to do is have the mountain side of the score line on top. And then you'll fold both of these up. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in some Designer Series paper. This is from the Toil and Trouble DSP. DSP's Designer Series paper, in case you're wondering. This one is the back of the piece, and it's going to be, it's 3 1/4 by 3.5. And this is the front piece, and it's 3 1/4 by 3. Now, you could just do it flat and put them on there. It's a little easier to do it this way, having it folded, so that way you're going the right direction. Because this, you don't want these to be put on the same way. So if I do this and do this for the back, then you're going to see this one's upside, they're going to be upside down to each other. So I think it's just easier to have it folded so you know you're going the right direction. It's a little hard to take the paper off once it's on, so go ahead and put some adhesive. Oops, getting it stuck on my finger. Okay, put this right here in the center. This is the front of the piece. I'll turn it over. This is the back, and I know this is my bottom because this is the pouch, so that's going to be on the bottom. That way I know I'm putting the paper on the right direction. Love the frog side of this one too. And that's the way I want that one to go, so put it in the center. We'll turn it back over. Now this piece is 3 1/4 by 3/4, and that's going to be along the pouch at the bottom. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and fold this up so I know I'm putting it in the right direction, because I don't want my cats to be upside down. So we'll go ahead and center that. And that's ready to go. So we've got, oh, and we do want to staple. I've got this little stapler here. I'm going to staple right here near the bottom and the edge of the piece. I don't want it to be in the middle, because this won't tuck in as easily if the staple's too high up. So just go near the bottom of the corner, along the edge, and staple. And yeah, any stapler will work. And that's ready to go. So I can kind of put this to the side for right now. Now I'll bring in a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 inch piece of Whisper White cardstock and a 3 by 3 piece of gorgeous grape. I love that purple. It's just gorgeous. Gorgeous grape. Didn't realize I just said that. Okay, now I'll bring my Big Shot in. And I'm going to use the magnetic platform. You can also use the Big Shot platform with a thin die adapter. And I can go ahead and die cut these at the same time. I'm going to use the Layering Circles Framelits dies. I'm using, if I can get a hold of it, this one is the second largest scallop circle in the set. And this is the third largest circle in the set. So we've got those centered on there. They don't have to be centered, just you want to make sure you definitely don't have it hanging over the edge. Run these through the Big Shot. We've got those ready to go. That's all the die cutting we'll be doing. Put these over the side. Okay, now I'm going to take this piece. This is a 3 inch by 2 3/4 inch piece. I want it to be a little longer, and you'll understand why here in a minute. This is the piece I'm going to use to do my bats. I want to make sure I've got it good and inked up. This is with a Memento Black Tuxedo Black Memento pad. And I'm going to put it over here near this edge of the cardstock, because I want to have some paper to be able to hold on to when I put it in the punch. So I'll bring the punch in. Actually, I probably should have done it on the other side. I'm right-handed, but this will still work. You're going to want to line these guys up. I'm going to have to tilt it to me so I can see it, so I make sure I'm getting it in right. Then I'll tilt it back to you. There we go. That looks pretty good. Punch them out. And I'll kind of put them at the side. They're ready to go. Now I'm going to get my circle, and I'm going to stamp the moon that's in the set. I forgot to show you the set I'm using. This is the Spooky Sweets set. I just love this set, and it's bundled together with the Spooky Bats Punch. So if you purchase these together as a bundle, you'll get 10% off. It is a really good deal, and you could do so much with this. I've made a few things with this bundle, and I really like it a lot. Okay, now back to the stamping. I'm going to use the moon stamp that's in the set with the crushed curry ink and stamp it there. Then I'm going to take the No Tricks, Just Treats stamp and stamp it here near the bottom right. And that's in Pumpkin Pie. And that's all the stamping we need to do. So I'll get those out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my scallop circle. Okay. And then I'm just going to put adhesive on the back of one of the wings of the bat. And I'm going to put it right here. That way I can kind of bend this up and make it look like he's really flying. I'm going to do this. Now this one I'm putting down here, I'm going to put it more in the middle because it just ends up working out better the way I've got it set up. And that one I can make both of his wings come up with this one. And this one I'm going to do the same side as I did with this big one here. He's going to go on. Oops, actually I should have done it the other way. That's okay. There we go. Now I did it on the same side as I did the other one. Got a little too much adhesive. That'll come off. There we go. I'm going to have his wings going up. Actually, I want that kind of over a little bit more. See if I can get that off. There we go. That's the way I want him. That looks better. There we go. I like to play around with them. There we go. Now I'm going to do the belly band. The trick you want to use, you want to go ahead and put the candy in first. If you put the belly band around it without the candy, you might make the belly band too tight. So just slide that in the pouch, tuck this underneath, like just so. Then I'm going to take, this is an 8" by 1" piece of the Toil and Trouble Designer Series paper. I'm going to wrap it around the middle here where I want it to go. Make it snug, not too tight, but you do want it snug. And then kind of make your folds here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to turn this upside down and put some adhesive right here. I did 2 strips of it because I want it to be a little thicker than I normally do to hold it on better. Okay, so that's in good shape. Now we'll slide that off. Might have done a little too tight. And if that's the case, it ends up stretching out. There we go. It stretches out. I noticed that the first time I made mine. It is a little tight to begin with, and it stretches out just fine. You can even kind of do this a little bit. Okay, now I want to cover up the seam for this, because that's going to go right on there. And I know if I lay it down, just the very edges aren't going to be covered. So what I'll do, I'm just going to put some here in the middle, and just make sure I don't get any on the ends. And then stick this out in the middle. Okay. I wanted to do it that way because I was afraid I might get some adhesive on here and then it's going to end up sticking to my pouch, and I don't want that to happen. Now I can get this inside. See, it's already stretched out already. It's staying on just fine. So don't worry if you think you got it too snug. It does stretch out. So there we go. That's it. It comes together pretty quick, and like I said, I know Halloween's today and you probably can't make these now, but you can definitely adjust it to make as a Christmas gift idea. Well, I hope you liked this week's project. If you'd like to be notified when I post a video on my YouTube channel, please subscribe below. You can also follow me on my blog, www.createwithchristy.com, and you can also place orders there by clicking Shop Now for Stampin' Up! Product. And don't forget about my Doily Rewards program. when you collect 10 doilies, you get a $50 shopping spree on me, and I'll even pay the shipping and tax. And you get a doily for every $50 you place on an order. And you can get more information about this below in my description. There's a link to my Doily Rewards program. And also you do need to use this month's host code. The one for October, of course, will end today, and then I'll have a new one up on my blog tomorrow. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, my Instagram, and my Pinterest. I hope you have a great Halloween and have a lot of fun. I'll see you next week.